Hi DIYers, this is Michael from Alarm Grid, and today I'm going to talk about response types on the Honeywell Lyric controller. So first I want to cover a little bit about what response types are. So when you have a sensor enrolled with a system and it's faulted, let's say you open up a door or window and the contact faults, the sensor separates from the magnet, maybe a glass break sensor activates, maybe a motion detector detects movement. It's going to trigger a response type on the system, and the response type determines how the system responds when the sensor is faulted. So when you're programming sensors to your system, you want to make sure you choose the correct response types, or else the system's not going to give you the response that you want. So make sure you program the correct response types. And when you do this, you're going to have different response types available based on the device type that you choose. So I'm going to go into programming here on our Lyric system, and I'm going to enroll a sensor, and I'm going to show you some of the various response types. I'm not going to cover them in full detail. We have an FAQ linked below in the description that's going to cover all the response types in full detail. But I will show you the different options and how you can get to them. But I'm going to start by going into programming here. And to do that, we're going to choose Tools, and we're going to enter in our installer code, which is at the default of 4112. 4112. We're going to go into Program, and we're going to go into Zones, and then we're going to go to Add New. And now we're at the screen where we can enroll a sensor. So I'm going to auto-enroll a sensor. We have a 5800 mini right here. So I'm going to do serial number, and then I'm going to trip it 3 times. That's fault it 3 times. It should activate. So there we go. I heard a beep right there. So there's 1. There we go. It shows the serial number, and there we go. So now it's enrolled in. So we have our device type set as door, and that's going to give us various response types that we can choose from. Entry exit 1 and entry exit 2 are pretty popular ones. Those are ones that when you fault the sensor while the system's armed away or armed stay, you have to disarm within an entry delay period, or else the system will go into alarm. And you have some other response types available here. Perimeter will trigger an immediate alarm whether the system's armed away or armed stay. So any arm mode, if the sensor gets faulted, it will trigger an immediate alarm. We have some other response types here. You can read our FAQ to understand them in full detail. I'm not going to cover all of them. But there is a special trick that you can use. So as you can see, we have our device type set as a door, so that's only going to give us this limited selection of response types. But let's say you want to get a different response type that's not under door. Well, there's actually a trick you can do to where you can get pretty much any response type. What you can do is you can change the device type, and you can go down to Other, and then you'll have all the response types available for the system, any response type that you would want. So let's say you had a fire emergency exit door. You can set it to, where is fire here? You can set it to fire no verification, and when the sensor is faulted, it would trigger a fire alarm on the system. You can set it to 24-hour audible, and that could be like an intrusion door. If someone opens that door, whether the system's armed or disarmed, that will trigger an immediate alarm on your system. So you have plenty of options there. So setting it to Other can be good if you want to get a very specific response type. So I'm not going to bother finishing rolling this sensor. We're just showing for demonstration purposes. But that is a good trick if you want to get all the response types. Just set it to Other. Otherwise, just you can choose the type that you need. In our case, we have a door, so usually one of these would work pretty well. But those are response types on the Lyric system. When you have a sensor fault on the system, the response type determines how the system will respond. So if you found this video helpful, please give it a thumbs up below to like the video. And remember to subscribe to our channel to get updates on future videos. And if you have any questions, shoot us an email at support@alarmgrid.com. And make sure to check out our website, alarmgrid.com. Hope you enjoyed the video. Thanks.